Okay, alright, so hi guys. So now that we know how to convert from rectangular coordinates to polar coordinates and vice versa, now it's time to do equations from rectangular to polar. Okay? This is also another thing that we have to know how to do. So it's not just coordinates, it's also equations, right? And so the way that we do this, and obviously like we want to again list what we know. So we know that r cosine theta is x. Number 2, r sine theta is y. Number 3, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Or r equals the square root of x squared plus y squared. Preferably they use this one though. This one's more preferable. Let's see, and also we'll just do tan theta equals y over x just for the sake of it, because even though we don't really need it for this one, we still want to, it's still good to know it, right? Now, to convert this to rectangular, or to polar, excuse me, we know that r cosine theta is x, right? So we can rewrite this, and actually, hold on. We can say that this term here, we can do x squared minus y squared equals 1. Now, we know that x is r cosine theta, right? So if we use like, so basically, we know that x is r cosine theta, so we can put that in this equation here. So we can say the following. R cosine theta quantity squared minus, and we also know that y is r sine theta, right? So we can put that for this part here, right? And so we can put minus, and we can say r sine theta quantity squared, and this is equal to 1, right? Now, one important thing to know here is that if we have, for example, a cosine theta squared, that's going to be a squared cosine squared theta. If we have b sine theta quantity squared, that's going to be b squared sine squared theta, okay? That goes with the rule of like, if I say 2, or like a times b squared, that's a squared b squared, right? That's just how it is. So that's the same thing here. You're gonna say, and if it helps, you can say r times cosine theta times cosine theta minus, and then you can also say r times sine theta. And actually, hold on, let me go ahead and grab this. Hold on. Give me a second. So let me move this down. Okay, so alright, so this is how it is, basically. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so this is how it is, basically, and if it helps to color code, you can also do that. So like this, basically, if it helps doing that, then you can do that. So that way you know that when they're squared, you don't forget to square the cosine theta and the sine theta, right? So then you're gonna say this is r squared cosine squared theta minus r squared sine squared theta, right? This part is this part, and then this part is this part. And this is equal to 1. Let's see, hold on. And then you want to solve for r. It's always, when it's in polar coordinates, it's always going to be in terms of r. That's something that we should remember, right? So basically you're going to have r squared times the cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta, right? This is equal to 1. And we know that this is equal to cosine of 2 theta, right? So we have r squared equals, so r squared times the cosine of 2 theta, because the cosine of 2 theta is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta, is equal to 1. And if we go ahead, so let me... Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and divide both sides by cosine 2 theta. And we know that anytime we have, it doesn't matter what u is, anytime we have secant u, that's going to be 1 over cosine of u. So here u is equal to 2 theta, right? So we have r, equals, basically it's going to be r squared equals secant of 2 theta. So then if we take the square root, we have r equals the square root of secant of 2 theta. I think that's how you do it. I'm not sure if it's plus or minus, maybe it is. But I believe that's how it's done. So if somebody views this and I made a mistake, please let me know, because I don't have the answer for this one. But I believe that's how it's done. And but the basic thing here is that you just have to make sure that that you go from you understand how to go from like polar to rectangular, or rectangular to polar. Like basically you have to know how to use your algebra skills and stuff like that to do this. Okay, so yeah, so with that being said, guys, I hope this helps. And if anybody has any questions, please let me know. If I didn't do this one right, also please let me know, because I'm not 100% sure if that's how you do this one. I'll have to check very quickly. But with that being said, let me go ahead and check this very quickly just to verify. Okay, so actually, hold on. It's not plus or minus, okay? It's just gonna be r equals, and it's gonna be because since it's r squared, I mean, you're not gonna include, we're doing the positive square root. So we're not going to include the negative square root, so it's just going to be r equals the square root of secant of 2 theta. I checked it. So it's going to be this way, okay? And that is how it's done. So with that being said, guys, I hope you found this video very helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.